It's no secret that the CIA has conducted a variety of experiments, many of which have been released through certain networks and channels. In the pursuit of knowledge, scientists and researchers have been known to push the boundaries of ethical thinking for the sake of medical and technological breakthroughs that could help change the world, either for the better or the worse. However, when such unethical experiments are being conducted right under your nose, at private institutions and universities all across the United States, it makes you wonder what else these people are getting up to. The Central Intelligence Agency has a long history of ties to illegal activity, morally questionable decisions, and dark experimentation that seems to border on the insane. Regardless of their actions, it seems that nearly every new declassified document seems to uncover more and more impossible to explain, or even worse, impossible to justify experiments that continue to bring to light just how far the CIA is willing to go to gather their intelligence. One of their less extreme files revealed that the US agency was interested in the mysterious Mount Ararat Anomaly. This was after a spy plane took several photographs of a patch of ice on the mountain. It was first spotted during 1949 while the United States Air Force was doing a flyover, and at the time it was labelled a secret. The CIA would go on to investigate this anomaly for the next few years, with some documents suggesting that they couldn't come to a conclusive answer for what the object was. The document was called Noah's Ark and Mount Ararat, and it shows that the Central Intelligence Agency did investigate the structure, and whether or not it was perhaps the smoking evidence that would prove that the Bible was real. Documents revealed the following. The CIA has a thick case file on the Ararat Anomaly. Over 20 years numerous photos were taken, all to be classified as top secret. End quote. The files were gathered back in 2006 by Professor Porcher Taylor, who submitted a Freedom of Information Act request. He said the following to Space.com. I've got a newfound optimism as far as my continuing push to have the intelligence community declassify some of the more definitive type imagery. I'm calling it my satellite archaeological project. I maintain that if it is the remains of something man-made, and potentially nautical, then it's potentially something of biblical proportions. End quote. The CIA though have said it's nothing of interest, and people should trust their comments, saying that all it shows is glacier ice underlaying more recently accumulated ice and snow. Not everyone believes these comments though, saying that they don't have a great track history of telling the truth, and they don't have the public's best interest. Other researchers have come forward in recent years to back up the theory that Noah's Ark along with the flood did happen. Noah's Ark is a story that many of us have heard. It details the story of Noah, of whom was given the task of building a massive boat and placing on it examples of the world's animals. Interestingly, in recent years a few researchers have come forward and said that at one point in time a great flood did happen. Recent discoveries by underwater archaeologists suggest this event ended up sinking many cities. One such finding was made off the coast of Turkey, where researchers found traces of ancient civilizations dating back since the time of Noah. One thing that's interesting is many civilizations talk about a great flood, and some of these are even documented. Some scientists don't actually doubt that this happened, but have suggested it may not have been as massive as made out. For example, one theory is that the Great Flood could have been the flooding of the Black Sea, and researchers have said that rising water levels happened in this region around 7,000 years ago. Again, scientists know that there was an event that sank cities. After all, several underwater ancient cities have been discovered in recent years. It's the magnitude of the event that people can't seem to agree on. Various other images have been taken of the area, helping to fuel theories that more work is needed to be done in order to find out what this thing is. There's said to be various sites on Mount Ararat where the structure can be found, and this has caused some to say that there could have been several boats. The idea behind these claims is that believers think the boat could have somehow survived on the mountain, with some theories suggesting that the climate of the mountain helped maintain some of its original shape. Whether Noah's Ark is ever going to be found we don't know, but it's important to mention that Mount Ararat rests upon volcanic strata. Mount Ararat is known as a stratovolcano. A stratovolcano is a large conical-shaped volcano that's made up of one layer of hardened lava and volcanic ash. The area is actually made up of two stratovolcanoes. These are known as the Greater Ararat and the Lesser Ararat. It's also the Greater Ararat's massive size that poses an issue for the arc theory. It sits at a height of over 16,000 feet. Researchers have said that even if the Great Flood was true, there's not enough water that could rise to this level. The next problem is that an eruption happened in 1840, covering the mountain and surrounding area in volcanic ash. The next thing researchers said is how would a wooden structure be able to survive this? It would have been immediately destroyed upon impact, and that's if the structure was even there in the first place. Some have said it's obvious that we're never going to find Noah's Ark on this mountain. These same people state it's also very much possible that Noah's Ark will never be found at all. However, some believers have said the eruption may have somehow missed the structure, and that it's still sitting on the mountain. A team of researchers even came forward and claimed they had found solid proof of the structure, and this came in the form of wood found inside the anomaly. They claim that this was part of the original structure, and say that this is proof that the story is fact. It was discovered by a 15-member team, and they claim that radiocarbon dating proved this wood is over 4,800 years old. So what do you make of this anomaly, and do you think it's the final resting place of Noah's Ark? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.